What's up, guys? Nick with Mystic Manifesting here, and it's been a moment. So, figure I owe everybody an explanation where I've been. It's a little bit crooked. Didn't even prep for this. So, I've been MIA for a minute now because of a manifestation that came into fruition for me, and I'll tell you that story real quick. So, back when I was with my SP, we talked about plans for the future. She wanted to get a condo, and I would picture us living in a condo together. And like I said in another video, she was older than me, so she had a family and stuff to take care of. Once her kids had moved out and everything like that, she was going to get her own condo, and I would picture us in this condo. And she described it: a balcony, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, kitchen, everything like that, right? So she described this perfect thing, and I would just do visualizations because it would mean that we're still together later. Well, everything kind of fell apart. Like I said, the last time we were together, I was started thinking about, should I continue the relationship? I did an acting role with a breakup, and it made me avoid, or it didn't make me avoid, sorry, I'm losing focus. I did an acting role where the guy was getting cheated on and everything like that, and kind of reflected into my relationship. And everything kind of fell apart. And I started fearing she'd want to be back with her ex and stuff like all that stuff came into fruition. So what you fear, you attract. I've heard that before. You attract what you fear, but you also attract what you are. So keep that all in mind. But anyway, the story was I would visualize me and her being in this condo. Well, a couple weeks ago, maybe about a month now, I think it's been about a month since I posted, I was living at home still with my parents, and I said, man, I'd really like to have my own place, but at the moment I would have to borrow money, which I couldn't do, or it would wipe my bank accounts. Like, I could have got one and stuff, but it would be really hard. So I was like, I want to have my own place that's not going to kill my bank account, not going to be too cumbersome, everything like this. I'm like, I don't know how, but I just surrendered to the universe. Sorry if this is crooked. But I was like, I surrender to the universe. Whatever comes. I need something where I'm not living in a basement no more. And it was just time for me to grow and expand. I mean, I'm doing this channel, I'm still doing my acting and comedy, and I said I wanted a place with at least a spare bedroom or a place to do film, because as you know, if you follow the channel, I do film and comedy too. But I said I want a little studio. Well, behold, I get a phone call like a week later, or a text message, that my uncle's leaving his condo because I wound up, my grandfather's sick, and he needs to go take care of my grandfather, so he's gonna move in with him. And he's got a condo. It says association fees and things like that. It's like something, so it's not gonna break the bank. He's like, do you want to take over the payment to move in? It's gonna be a while. I'll be living here for a bit. And I said, yeah. At first I was like, just in shock. I'm like, wow, this is weird. Because one, I didn't know he had a condo. I haven't talked to him in about 2 years. And hadn't thought about this, and I completely forgot about moving out. I was just kind of like focusing on my business in the moment, which is when I say, you know, focus on what you have. So, so what you have to deal with in front of you while going to bed and relaxing and doing whatever, or if you get real stressed out and anxious, then go to your final end scene. This wasn't something I really cared about, so there's a heavy amount of detachment. So things kind of manifest faster when you're detached. Well, here I am. I'm sitting here now in the place. There's been moving around, going on, and stuff like that. So yes, I manifested a essentially free condo where I'm just paying the fees and stuff, and we'll be living here indefinitely. Which, because I didn't have an amount of time, I eventually want to have a house, and this is provides me with a chance to save for a house and have this. But I mean, this, the circumstances. Haven't talked to him so long. Didn't know he owned a condo. Didn't know it was actually kind of the area, like, one of the things she said was scenery, and I don't feel like moving the camera, but there's like forest preserve right outside the window. So everything that I was picturing with me and her there, and if you know the story of the whole background about manifesting my SP back five times, and now recently when I started the channel, she came back for a 6th time, but it's not a relationship, it's friendship. So I was trying to teach people how to manifest out of the friend zone. And that kind of leads me into my next point, why I dragged on the videos. Because being honest and real with you guys, if I can't manifest something, or I have not manifested something, I don't want to come out here and tell you guys, hey, here's how you do it. I could theoretically tell you how to do it, but I would prefer to teach you off legit, like Neville. Like, if he's done it, I could do it. If I manifested a text or a phone call or whatever, I've done all that stuff. I've manifested SP back. That's what kind of pushed me into this, and I'm feeling called to do it. But at the same time, I'm not going to, like, I don't want to let anybody down on this. So I'm trying to show you guys that I've seen the impossible happen. I've seen crazy things happen, and it all comes from the imagination. And everyone is you pushed out. And I mean, I've got a lot more. I kind of want to drop like some philosophical type videos on here too of what I've seen with manifesting. And I have coached now 2 people have reached out to me for coaching. One was like a week ago. I told them give it 2 weeks, because from my experience with the SP thing, it happens within 3 days to 2 weeks when you buckle down. So I'm hoping he's buckled down. If you're watching, you know who you are. Hopefully you're doing good. I just replied to another person today, and I want to thank everybody, like Inked and Beautiful was pops in my head, and some other people, the other subscribers that have reached out and asked if I'm okay, and when am I coming back. And I really appreciate all you guys supporting me and wanting me to come back, and that's why I'm trying to put effort into this, and I don't want to let anybody down. So with me, here's a little sidetrack, and I'm gonna make a video on this next. I think I'm gonna kind of buckle down and try to make a little series of videos right now. So like I said, 3 days to 2 weeks, that seems to be like when a manifestation takes process, but that's when it happens. But sometimes you have to like get your mind wrapped around it. If you're so attached to the old story, it's going to be hard to do. Not impossible, hard to do. And a lot of times we fail at manifesting. It's not really failure, it's that it hasn't happened yet. You have not allowed it. Like even Neville said it, you don't know the time. Someone like him, or me to a degree, or like these other YouTubers, like they're doing the stuff instantly, boom, 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 knocking it out like that. Me, I still sometimes have a hard time manifesting stuff, and I don't want to say it too many times as an affirmation or anything like that, but I don't, like I said, I don't want to let anybody down. I want to be real with you guys and show you guys the whole process. So in a way, I'm kind of thankful for what's going on, because I could coach you guys through this if anyone else is like in the friend zone or something after a relationship had ended. And my thought on that would be, and I'm going to expand on this in the next video, but what I've come to the conclusion of, it's like there are days where she's flirtatious and stuff, and I'm feeling good those days, and she's flirtatious and wanting like almost a relationship again, and we're like hanging out and cuddling and stuff like that, but it never escalates to a sexual place. So that's where it kind of gets in the realm of like, oh, well, this is just life, and there's no, your imagination has no impact. But I've seen too much evidence to not believe that. And I'm kind of showing you guys right now in real time where my mind has been in this time, where it's like, you question the law, but I've seen other coaches talk about it, and even me, it's like usually when you get to that point of questioning and fuck it, I don't give a fuck, I'm shut down, that's when stuff happens. So I'm also manifesting this semi out of ego and out of proving a point to you guys when I've seen I've done it 5 times, so why can't you do it a 6th? And I just want to be open and honest with you guys where I've been. That stuff kind of weighed on me, feel like I'm letting all you guys down. And on top of that, moving to the condo, which was another success story in itself. And to add on to that success story, like I said, I've been hanging out around with her as a friend type thing, but I used to have this visualization, and it came in as a dream actually first, was that me and her were going to go on a trip to Puerto Rico, and she has a tattoo on her hand, so I pictured myself like holding onto her hand, looking out over a balcony and seeing it. Hotel she pulled up to go on a trip to Puerto Rico was the exact one I saw in my visualization, and we planned the trip here at the condo. So, and then she was like cleaning up in the kitchen and doing stuff around the place like we were living together. So almost that whole manifestation came true, but there was no like sexual aspect to it, which there's a thing called remote seduction, which I've known about it, I've used it before. Now I'm kind of picking it up again, because I think that might be a key to people trying to manifest out of a friend zone, where you got to use remote seduction to make them see that you're physically attractive again. But it's almost a way to trick yourself, because for myself, I know that I am, not to be not to be cocky or nothing. It's like I do all this working out. I know I look good and stuff like that, and I just try to build myself up. But I had low confidence before when I was just a young fat kid, so that might be like a childhood thing that's still there. Right now, I'm just kind of throwing all my ideas off you guys, and I know a couple people have rambled on or mentioned that I ramble on. That's me. That's this channel. That's what I do. So everyone who sticks through it and you like what I'm saying and you like my vibe and everything about me, thank you for staying. Anyone else who doesn't like it, I tried to condense it. I'm not, but I'm just myself. There's plenty of other YouTubers who will be boom, boom, boom. Here's your point. Do that. So I appreciate the feedback though. Yeah. So I just wanted to reach out, not reach out, but tell you guys where I've been, what I've been up to. I'm okay. I'm back. Trying to make some videos now. Kind of revamped. I stopped doing my comedy videos for a bit because I was becoming so enthralled in her, which is another reason why you have to support and love yourself and work on your goals and everything first and your hobbies first. This is what I was telling you guys about before. Because even me, it's like, well, I'm just gonna throw everything here. And then you see stuff that pisses you off because I think I used this analogy before, and I stole it from Ani from Create Your Future, so I want to give her credit. But she says if you have like a glass of water, and down here is like the bottom of it, it's all shitty self-thoughts and concepts and stuff about the old story. You pour more water in until it fills up, and those are all positive things. It's gonna take time for that other stuff to flow out, so you're gonna do it for a while, and it's all kind of like spillover. I always like that analogy. So some of the old stories still spilling in, and SP also told me some stuff that made me not want her, that happened when we were broken up, and I don't want to like go into too much detail about it, but it was stuff that made me like right at the moment my stomach dropped, and it's like, all right, 3D is pretty fucking real right now, and I don't want any part of this. But then I thought, I got to prove the point to you guys. But I thought of another idea, which I'm gonna do a video on too. So these birds going. That's what happens when you live by a forest preserve. I got another video to prove about SP stuff for you guys. Possibly manifest back the first SP that made me start the whole journey that led to this one, or I did scripting exercise to manifest an SP out of thin air, because to be honest, my SP and me, it's like we didn't vibe or have too much chemistry right off the bat. It was like all like a lot of sexual stuff at first, and I don't want to give too much information on my personal life, but I also want to be honest and real with you guys, which is what I try to pride myself with on this channel, is like being real with you guys, showing you, hey, here's a real person doing it. I'm not putting any fronts up to anything, and I'm telling you exactly what I've done, how I've done it, and what results I've saw. So you could see that here's just a regular guy who got out here, read Neville's books, listened to all the same videos as you guys, and manifested his SP back 5 times. Manifested from being the lowest guy on the job with temporary, where I'm only supposed to be there 6 months. 3.5 years later, I'm the lead guy. Wasn't even supposed to be there, but I would joke about it. But your subconscious has no sense of humor. Now the video is going on kind of long. I'm gonna make a video about it. Subconscious not having a sense of humor, how to script, some other stuff, other thoughts I had on SP, and things like that. Hope you guys like it. Let me try to get a little turn right here. Take a good, gotta get a thumbnail picture. There you go. So thanks guys for sticking around, waiting around. Thank you for everyone who reached out. I'm good. I'm back, trying to make a daily video. Be real and honest with you guys about the process, and let's stick to this. We got it. I mean, circumstances don't matter, and the only thing holding me back now, I think, is the fact what 3D told me subconsciously. I don't want the SP back, but my ego wants her back. So if that makes any sense, I think it's like a delay or a block, because like I said, there's good days and there's bad days. It's the hot and cold behavior that everyone talks about. So I've seen it before, I've had her back before, but I mean, if we're planning trips together, we're hanging out, I mean, cuddling and everything like that, and talking about she's fearing a relationship, I mean, you just gotta change all that stuff. And the first SP too, that somebody asked me a question, why don't you just manifest your first SP back? That could be possible. She does text me every day. and apparently she's on the outs with third party that replaced me when I lost all my confidence first meeting her. So, that could be another video we could talk about too. If you guys have questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, or I feel like a fucking teacher in class. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, any other specifics or questions, I do try to do the coaching and stuff. Someone suggested, do I do coaching? I'm putting I made an email for this. I put the email down there. Send me a question. I'll send you back. I mean, it's not, I'm busy doing other stuff, but I do generally get back in a day or two. It's only been 2 people who've reached out so far. So when this channel picks up, because I feel like it kind of is going to, when it picks up and I'm going to be getting flooded with stuff, the only reason I would charge would be just for the time, but I don't like charging for this. So as of now, if you're reaching out, I just want your success stories to share with the channel and to show and prove the stuff even more to me. Anyway, thanks for sticking around, guys, and see you in the next video.